Today on the Terrible Warriors, it's kind of hard to keep a straight face now as we're just playing a game about being cats. It's just the cat game. Secret of cats. Nothing special. They're just regular house cats. Or are they? Oh, you thought this was just going to be a normal game where we're playing cats? No, there's conspiracies. It's set in Gravity Falls. Things are weird. There's a notification ray. Don't worry, it's Derek the Bard, which means it's going to get absurd. And his group of cats that are chasing that ball of yarn we like to call the plot, they are your terrible warriors.
All right, are you okay?
Yes, sorry, I'm looking at your comic books. That's...
Okay, well, we're back with Sera being distracted by shiny objects.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's... Sorry, yep.
Cat-like attention span. Well, I'm Derek the Bard from Chase the Muse, and I am your GM for this, the third game of The Secrets of Cats, set in a little town called Gravity Falls, Oregon. And I'm joined with my players.
Shane Fitzgerald.
Sera Prokopiw.
And this is going well so far. They've killed one of the white rats they tracked into the mystery hack.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Larry King's head seems to be having a great time right now. And the other rat, whose name is apparently Melvin, it's entirely possible that all the rats are named Melvin, though, has given up. He's surrendered. Surrender.
I think it's worth mentioning that the way that Deadeye killed that particular rat was as gruesome as it was ironic.
Yeah, Deadeye pulled one paw back, got a 1,000-yard stare, invoked the horrible dark things that she's done in the past, and made you really wonder what the hell did this cat used to do before she showed up in Gravity Falls, because she punched those necklaces right down that rat's throat.
Rat wanted shiny, rat got shinies.
Shiny on the outside, now he's shiny on the inside.
How do you like them apples? We were just saying taglines, so I just throwing one out there.
Eventually, if this goes on long enough, we'll reach ice to meet you territory.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I was about to reference Woodhouse in that one episode of Archer where he's like flashing back to World War I, killing a bunch of Germans in the trenches and screaming, "Reggie!"
Oh, Woodhouse.
This is what happens when Wes isn't here and I get to talk.
This is what happens when everyone gets to talk. Well, then, yeah, so you have the surrendering rat.
All right. Let's interrogate this rodent.
Yes.
Well, Sera, you have Provoke. You are absolutely terrifying.
It's time for that good cop, bad cop thing we were talking about earlier. Yeah, let's do this good
cop, bad cop thing. Yeah, heck yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, cool. I prefer to invoke the Beyond Belief version of Good Cop, Bad Cop, which is Drunk Cop Elephant.
Ooh.
Well, which one of us should be the drunk pachyderm? I don't think it matters. We're both drunk.
Welp.
Did you get what?
1.
1 on Provoke? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how terrified Melvin is. Yeah, Melvin ain't doing so good. He's a rat.
Yeah.
You're a cat.
Yeah.
The food chain is in your favor.
Melvin, get shiny for master.
Ooh.
Shinies for master.
Who's your master?
Rat King.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Rat King, I want shinies. Make ratification ray.
Ratification ray?
Ratification ray.
So, I mean, like, that's either something that turns people into rats, or it's a way of rubber stamping a lot of stuff. Both are equally terrifying.
I was gonna say, that probably sounds a lot cooler to the Rat King than it actually is, because it's basically legalese. Oh my god.
There's a Carmen Sandiego henchman called Legalese.
And I was stuck trying to make a Ninja Turtles joke. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Okay, so...
Melvin, not get caught up in technical specifics. Melvin, just muscle rat.
Yeah.
Where is this rat king of yours?
Oh, no. No, Melvin cannot give that up.
Where's the rat king, Melvin?
You want to make a fighting check, just kind of bat him around a little bit?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay.
I just killed your friend. Can it, like, is there a way, I mean, like, you're the GM, but, like, could that be a brother or something? Like,
okay, well, what you could do under the fate rules is that you could,
I just imagine
specific actions.
You're, like, got a claw hooked in the necklaces, and you're just kind of tugging on it. It's like,
when
remember this guy?
When you attacked the now dead rat, you did an attack action. You could roll to create an advantage, with your fighting, where you're trying to, slap him. You slap him around with a paw.
Yeah.
Trying to intimidate him and create, like, she killed my brother or something like that to try and intimidate him with.
Here's the thing instead, actually. Can I take the dead rat's paw and slap the living rat around with that?
Not really. For one thing, you don't have opposable thumbs.
Right, yeah.
Picking things up is a bit difficult.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just gonna,
but
I'm just gonna slap him.
You're definitely in a situation where you're trying to create an advantage.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a roll.
Okay.
I forget where this reference is from, but you
5, 2.
But you just asked if you can hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yes. Yes, she did. You will succeed barely. So he's going to take the aspect terrified.
Okay.
And then you basically invoke that. Basically, what you do with create advantages is you take one action to set up another action.
Okay.
And then give me another provoke check as you are trying to... you get a free invoke on this, so you don't have to spend anything.
Okay.
You just said +2 to your roll. And wow, what a roll on your provoke.
Wow.
So that is 5, 7. Rat King live in Rat Cave. Well, he live in Rat Cave, then he moved to other cave in Magic Forest.
Ooh.
All right, where is that cave?
Melvin not so good at describing directions.
Well, Melvin, looks like you're gonna take us to it.
At that point, you hear, you're focused on Melvin. You hear the door open up.
Ooh.
Hey, dudes, there's a lot of cats in here. What are you? Kitties! There is just a giant human silhouette in the door. I randomly rolled 4 times to see who got the better notice check. And so basically
you rolled to see if we were getting noticed by either Dipper, Mabel, Seuss, or Grunkle Stan.
Yes.
And Seuss won?
Yes.
Damn!
Seuss got 4 pluses.
Oh my god!
Grunkle Stan got 3 minuses and a nothing. Dude, he's dead asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead asleep or behind the vending machine. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is now a human standing in the doorway. One of the things this means is that you cannot use magic around the human.
Okay.
Of course.
You cannot give on that you are sapient cats. What he sees is 2 cats slapping around a rat that's rolled over on its back, and there's another rat that's rolled over on its back on the side, and who knows what the heck's going on there. Hey, how did you dudes get in here? Wait, why am I talking to cats? Oh, who knows? Go on, shoo!
Okay.
He makes shooing motions at you.
All right.
Okay. Keeping in character, as I leave, I rub up against Seuss's legs.
Oh. No, I have to remain firm. Strength, Zeus. Strength.
This is amazing.
Now does the...
I hope I'm getting this right with the character.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now does the rat escape?
The worst that's going to happen, some Seuss fanboy is just going to go, if this doesn't fit with my fanfiction, I'm going to be very disappointed.
It's funny because it's an actual Seuss line.
Yes, of course it is.
The rat's going to roll to escape while
it's
you're...
It's the most meta of Seuss lines, let's be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah, the rat escapes.
God.
The rat rolled 4 pluses.
Alright, so we gotta find...
So for the record, your 2 all pluses rolls have been for a rat and Seuss.
Yes. Yes, I do want to establish that. Then again, Sarah's one.
I don't know if the
single all pluses roll was to punch a rat's throat down its throat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is now your version of punching your face in the face.
Yes, I'm going to hit his face with another face.
Just own it. Just own it.
Get it. All right.
Yep.
I don't know if this is how you expected the game to go, but the narrative is going very well. Let's be perfectly honest. This is the lost episode of Gravity Falls.
It really is.
Alex Hirsch is just sitting at home. It's like, they get me. I feel a deep connection in my soul.
Shocking developments in the other room. This is Larry King's head.
Yeah.
Larry King's head will no longer be in this show after they have left the Mystery Shack.
Aww.
This is Larry King's head. It's so you exit, and the rat books it.
Yeah.
All right, we're chasing the rat.
Okay, you're still gonna just run down the hall after the rat?
Yeah, I mean, like, we know that it's in the Magic Forest, the cave in the Magic Forest, but I mean, like, I guess
Magic
we don't
Forest is
know
pretty
exactly
big.
where that is.
There are a lot of caves in the Magic Forest.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have just as well a chance of finding a little book with a paw print on it and number 1 written on it as we do of finding a Rat King's cave by
Yeah,
itself.
like, I think probably following the rat's probably our best bet.
Okay, so you are gonna make a test to run after the rat.
Alright.
It's getting away, but I want to see how close you guys are able to keep to its tail.
Yeah, let's tail it.
Yep.
No pun intended.
All puns are intended. Oh my god.
Oh, yes!
Sera got the opposite of her last roll.
Well.
And my current roll...
Shane got 4 pluses. Sera got... Wait, I want to take a picture of this.
I want to take a picture too. Maybe just of mine. Sorry.
Well.
I just... Well, that's a thing that happened.
Can I invoke an aspect to...
Yeah! What do you want to invoke? Do you want to invoke spoiling for a fight, maybe? Scrappy Tomcat? So the start of this one, you're actually back to 3 fate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's invoke Scrappy Tomcat.
All right, give me a reroll. This is exactly what fate points exist for you to make rerolls on. Oh, that's a evened out, but what's your athletics?
It's technically better.
My athletics is 3.
3. What's yours, Shane?
My athletics...
Okay,
it's a
so
5.
you got a 5. Sarah got a 3. The rat got a lot more than both of you.
Damn it.
Okay.
So the rat scampers down the hall. It's in full scamper mode. And you two book after it. You're yowling. So it's just like, hey, come on, dudes! Let's be friends here. Oh, Zeus, once again, you have lost an opportunity. And you book it around a corner. You get
I feel like Shade would catch on to the word friends and want to go back, but knowing this is more important.
Yeah, you.
So it's kind of like a brief moment of like self-conflict, but he quickly gets over it.
You're a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you book it after this rat. The rat is gaining distance on you. The rat, however, doesn't have an exit any more than you do right now. So it runs around. It gets into the living room. It tears across the carpet. There's an old human asleep in a chair, snoring, with a newspaper on his face.
Yeah.
He doesn't wake up. He doesn't even notice you. He rolled a lot of minuses. And the rat is essentially... You corner the rat basically in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, heck yeah we do. So, I mean, what we really need is this rat to lead us to the cave, is that right?
Yeah, because it would take us way too long to find it ourselves.
Yeah. I propose that we use one of the... We braid together key... Wait, we don't have opposable thumbs. God Okay. I was going to suggest that we use the keychain as a leash.
No opposable thumbs.
But no opposable thumbs. Yeah. I think we're going to have to convince it. What leverage do we have?
Well, you did kill its brother. Or something. Or another rat.
Yeah, like its rat brother.
Is there any way Shade could get into one of the drawers in the kitchen?
I mean, if you got on top of the counter, you could probably work your paws. Work your paws or your claws or something into it.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, what are you planning? What are you thinking?
What I want to do, because we encountered one of these before and we know what it's interested in, I'm going to get up on the counter. If I can get a drawer open, I'm going to look through the drawer and see if I can find a spork.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And that can be we can use the carrot instead of the stick this time, because I can put it in my invisible pockets, and we can keep it as just a little thing hanging over its head.
Exactly.
Well, keep in mind though, that you can only put things in your pockets and take them out if no one is watching.
Okay, you're gonna have to close your eyes.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could also just hold it in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay, so yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, give me an investigation check. You are trying to create an advantage.
3.
You gain you are able to manipulate the aspect. You have a shiny spork.
Yes.
All right. I hop down with the spork. I make sure the rat can see it.
You have to get pretty close to the rat for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tiny eyes.
Okay. So I get close to the rat. I make sure he can see it, and then I pass it to Deadeye and say, "You take us to your master. We can show you where to get more of those."
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to give you a free invoke on that. Then you're going to make a rapport check.
All right.
You're going to be able to add either a +2 or do a reroll.
Okay. So.
Well, no, it's a free invoke from.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh. Nice. So +2, so 5.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
wait. Oh yeah, because
Yeah, it's
it's a 5.
Nice. So that's 5 on the roll, and then 7 because you got invoke the aspect against it.
Sweet.
Its roll comes up pretty much goose eggs compared to that. Okay. Good deal. Melvin like deal. Melvin take deal. Melvin just wants shiny.
I like Melvin. You know?
Melvin's scared of Kitty. As he slowly draws himself away from Deadeye.
I have a keychain attached to my collar now as a trophy.
So nobody knows how it happened. It's on there now.
Maybe Larry King's head did it with his teeth.
Bigfoot key. Just get the Bigfoot keychain on there.
We're definitely living up to the Gravity Falls trope of making everything somehow hilarious and dark at the same time.
Apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to get Melvin to lead you, to the cave in the Enchanted Forest.
Yep.
Okay. Melvin leads you, first of all, you have to find a way out.
Right.
I mean, Melvin can fit through small little cracks in the walls, but he's a rat and you're not.
Yeah.
Well, Shane could fit through little cracks in the walls.
Yeah, but Deadeye can't. And I'm not leaving Deadeye behind.
No.
Yeah.
Especially after that. So. Yeah, I guess we could just use the vents again.
You could also try and unlatch a window inside the kitchen and jump out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing we could do.
Yeah, do you want to make me a burglary check?
Okay.
Oh,
that is your thing. Yes.
Burgle. That's a 1. It's enough to unlatch it and get you out.
Cool.
And you jump out, and Melvin the rat leads you through the woods. And he leads you deep into the woods, into the enchanted part of the woods.
Oh, man.
The enchanted part of the woods where all the little weird fairy folk live.
Yeah.
And even though it's like 2 o'clock in the morning by this point, they're partying into the night. And you pass by a small tree with a sign that says Nasties on it with a G in front of it, which appears to be the gnome bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
There are pixies getting into fights outside and drinking pixie dust. Some bees being led away for smuggling butterflies.
Oh, boy.
Yep. As you do.
As you do. And eventually you approach a cave. And Melvin's like, wait, they not let cats in cave. Give Melvin the spark. Give Melvin shiny.
How do we make Melvin loyal to us? Like he's already got the thing about like there's more where that spork came from.
Yeah, well, the problem is he's kind of...
alert, that's a lie.
Yeah.
He's kind of just a dumb rat.
Yeah.
You get there's not a lot going on up there.
I think we gotta let Melvin go. I mean, he's done his bit.
Yeah. All right. Give him the spork.
Remember us fondly, Melvin.
Don't remember me as the cat who killed your brother.
Yeah, like as he's like going into the cave, like we hear like, I will remember you.
I was actually thinking he's going in the cave, he turns back and looks, and you're just like, hey, Melvin. Please just mime a paw strike forward.
Yeah, just like fakes it. Yeah, and he just like shudders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go either way.
I'm sure it's in the cave.
He's
Now,
like, yeah, you're like, no hard feelings, Melvin. Bring it in here.
now, Shane, you could theoretically follow him because you could turn into a shadow.
Yes, I could.
We can split up. Is that a thing we can do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like if we need to.
Yeah.
Traditionally, in role-playing games, it's ill-advised, but I think we got it under control now.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
We've invented all sorts of different ways of splitting the party in Terrible Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
We've split the party mid-battle because one of the battle scenes was rolling too many dice. It happened in Star Wars.
amazing. Either that or we can go. I mean, like, yeah. Is the cave? Can I fit in the cave, or it's just a thing where like he'll be undetected?
He'll be undetected.
I do have stealth. Like,
Do you want to
it's
make
not
me a stealth
great,
check?
But
Because Shade actually has a power that lets him turn into a shadow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which would let him really easily infiltrate the cave.
Yeah. Why don't you do some recon?
I will do that.
Yeah. Get it.
Okay, and then get it.
Get it.
Okay,
We're just running with that.
Deadeye,
aren't we?
just give me a roll for your stealth, just as you're just kind of trying to hide around the cave
Yeah,
when
just, like, chilling.
Shade goes in.
Nice.
4. Nice. Okay, groovy. Shade, give me your shaping roll.
Yeah.
Well, you still only needed a 2, so you're fine.
Yeah, it's a 3, so I'm good.
You're good.
So
Yep,
glad I put that in my +4.
Say your name backwards again.
Rapikatog.
And he folds into his own shadow. And then you shadow walk into the cave. And the cave's pretty dark going in. And you go down and you hear lots of kind of industrious sounds. And you eventually come into a small room, kind of. Small little cavern. Where there are lots of rats going around, dropping shiny objects into different piles. And there are some gnomes lazily sitting around the room. You know.
Of course there are.
Of course there are. Well, he said they were working with the gnomes. Gnomes are the local enemies of the cats. They steal things from humans and generally cause a ruckus. Also earlier this summer, they became one giant gnome and attacked some kids. Somehow. Gnomes. Not to be trusted.
Nope.
Nope.
Like GNOP.
Yes.
Yes!
That is
Yeah.
the joke.
Suck McBain!
Hey, McBain, your shoes are untied. I do not think so, but I was going for a close inspection. On further inspection.
These are loafers.
I realize I'm wearing loafers.
McBain, let's get silly. Which, to be fair, we did about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rats are dropping them in piles, largely kind of under gnome direction. Not that pile, that pile! Not that pile, that pile!
Oh, God.
Not that pile, that pile!
You know what I'm waiting for?
Which one? Not there, there! No, not there, there!
No, I'm just waiting for you to say Schmebulak.
Called waiting for
He
it. It's
always
called delayed,
shows up.
called delayed gratification, Shane. I realize these poker chips are so thin they're almost see-through.
Oh my God.
Yep.
To be fair, I did buy them from Will for like $2.
Yeah.
Poker chips bought at Will's garage sale. Anyway, what you
It's
gonna
not
do?
about the chips, it's about the sound they make when they hit the bowl. Oh yeah.
All right. What's your plan of action?
Okay, so let me think here. So it's clear that the gnomes are leading the rats to collect all the shiny stuff
In some way,
Or
shape,
this.
or form.
for this.
Ratification Ray.
You know, I'm calling it Ratmogrifier
The Ratmogrifier? Okay.
because we've pretty much got the joke for Ratification Ray covered.
The rats! What the heck do they know about legalese?
Yeah, but according to this narrative, the rats didn't name it, the gnomes did.
No, the rats named it. The gnomes are just helping.
Ooh. Okay.
At least that's what it kind of looks like.
Okay, that's different. So
Keep in mind, all the gnome is doing right now is just helping the rats sort them into
okay,
piles.
okay, so I'm looking around for anybody that might be this rat king that Melvin mentioned.
No, but the caverns do go back further.
Okay.
I said we go for the Rat King. Sever the head.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you're still outside the cave. I'm running recon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you draw the Rat King out? I wonder if that would be a possibility.
Well, Shade is in the cave, Deadeye.
And I'm in shadow form, so they can't see me.
Give me a notice check.
Totes.
Oh. So you don't notice until they're almost right on top of you, and you're able to pull back into the shadows. You got a good roll with your stealth. Not so good a roll for your notice.
Yeah.
A bunch of gnomes are walking in towards the cave. They've all got steins of what is probably, because it's a kid's show, cider or something in their hands.
Oh, yeah, of course.
As I look up gnome names. Where did I write all the gnome names down? Where? Right, yes. You know, Carson, this project is going great. Yeah, Jeff, I think we'll be done in no time. Schmebulak. There it is. That's right. That's the spirit. So now you've got a situation where
Derek, I'm sorry I doubted you.
delayed gratification. Where the gnomes are entering into the cave, so now essentially Shade is being boxed in inadvertently.
Okay. Yeah. I think I gotta kill those gnomes. Can I? There's 3 of them.
Oh, boy.
Well, you are spoiling for a fight.
You are Kitty O.
Yeah. Like, what are
Which
my
I'm
other
surprised hasn't
options?
shown up
I
in
mean,
Super Sentai yet, but that's a whole other thing.
I mean, Shade's gonna be Shade and I are gonna be separated by. I mean, I guess there's gnomes in there anyway in that room, but
Giant cat robot. I'm more imagining it's like a Professor Genki head on it.
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Man, I don't want to give away our game, but like, I feel like those gnomes are causing some problems.
They're about to enter the cave.
Can I create a distraction that will make them investigate elsewhere?
What kind of distraction are you thinking about?
Maybe like, I mean, there's like pixies doing pixie dust or something, right?
Yeah.
Close, isn't
You've
it?
you've also still got a spork in your mouth, don't you? Oh no, you gave the spork to Melvin.
I did. I
Yeah.
gave the spork to Melvin. I'm wondering if I can incite the pixies to fight these 3 gnomes to start something.
What do you have? Rapport? You have provoke?
I have provoke.
Okay, you want to just try and get okay, sure. Give me a roll.
Okay.
We're gonna call it creating an advantage.
Just looking to start.
Oh,
no.
that's
Whip.
you will fail at your action, or you will succeed at a major cost to you.
Oh god. Huh. I think I'll fail at my action. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I should like not be crippled for when I face the Rat King.
So you're just gonna fail?
No, I want to succeed.
Okay, it's gonna be at a major cost to you.
Okay.
So it's not going to come down to a consequence, but it is going to come down to something related. Is going to be related to your character. The problem is, I had trouble in the book finding out exactly what they defined as major costs versus minor costs, and that was the problem. I think that's the one. That was pretty much my only issue with this book. 274 cost. Well, let's see if the book can give me some ideas. Nope. That was a completely different thing. Serious versus minor cost. Serious cost can make the current situation worse somehow, either by creating a new problem or exacerbating an existing one. Yeah, okay. So you get you go over to the pixies. What are you doing? You're just kind of like, hey, those gnomes are talking smack about you.
Yeah.
No, nobody talks down to the pixies, says this pixie who's like an inch tall. Nobody talks down to the pixies. Rise above it, brothers, as they flutter up on wings. We'll show those gnomes who's the big man in these woods. Hey, gnomes, that cat over there said that you were talking down about us. Well, they float up a bit higher. We're talking down about you. You're with us, right, cat?
Well.
Oh, you're in it now.
Yeah.
I think that exacerbates a current situation.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so. I mean, yeah. I guess now we're taking on these gnomes. Do I have the pixies on my side at least? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you have the pixies on your side. You have created the aspect, hey, they said we're small. We're not small. We're tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I wish I had better rapport. I don't have rapport.
Now the gnomes are going to do a thing.
Oh, great, yeah.
Okay. One of the gnomes rings a bell that's hanging off the side of the tunnel. The pixies and some cats want to fight! And down in the tunnel you just hear, the pixies and some cats want to fight!
Oh, no. Yeah, so I'm looking back and forth between the
gnomes are like, hey, there's some pixies and some cats want to fight. Schmebulok!
Oh, boy. See, the unfortunate thing is we don't know what point in time this is taking place in the timeline of Gravity Falls. So we're not sure whether or not Schmebulok needs to live.
Schmebulok will live.
It's like the end of every Marvel movie lately. Schmebulok will return. Which, by the way, I would have sent a loving donation to them if they had put that at the end of Gravity Falls.
So good.
Schmebulock will return. Schmebulock Senior.
Oh God.
Hey, we don't know if there's a Schmebulock 3. Schmebulock the Third.
Schmebulock is starting to get as mysterious as the journals.
The deep, dark history of Schmebulock.
Amazing.
That'd be the spin-off series that nobody realized they wanted.
That nobody does want. It's like a series about the secret adventures of Groot, which will awesome. The only dialogue in is "I am Groot."
Yeah.
Now repeat back to me what I said. I am Groot. Yes. I am Groot. Yes. I am Groot. No! I am Groot. Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah. Okay, so since Deadeye is the only cat I know to be out there, I should probably go and check and see what's happening.
Okay. So a bunch of gnomes run past you. On the other hand, the tunnel is now pretty clear.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so I can just call for Deadeye to get in the tunnel. Basically.
Well, no, because Deadeye would have to get past the gnomes,
Yeah.
who are just outside the tunnel. Basically, so you've got your entrance to the gnome cave here.
Okay.
Then you've got a tunnel that goes in like that. It opens up in a big room where there are piles of junk, and then another tunnel in the back. And then that probably opens up into other rooms. And then you've got a bunch of little pixies here, and a bunch of gnomes. And somewhere in the back here is Deadeye, basically going, "Yeah, get him, guys!"
Oh God.
And you are a flat little rectangle somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. Go for it, dude. I got this.
Okay, so you've got the pixies and
I
gnomes
got it.
handled,
I
so
got
I
it.
can keep going.
You do the thing.
Okay.
Shay, do the thing!
Get it?
Okay, I'm gonna keep going into the tunnel and see if I can find the Rat King.
Okay. Actually, this is kind of working perfectly for time. I wrote an adventure that assumed 4 hours of banter, including Wes.
So we're
Wes
probably
banter
ahead
is
of
a
the game.
nice filler.
Yeah.
Okay, you go in, you go past the tunnels, and the rats are all kind of gathering around, and you hear, it's multiple voices, but they're all saying the same thing at the same time. "Yes, my children, bring forth, you have brought the shinies, with which we shall make the ratification ray. And with the ratification ray, all shall be ours finally." And you kind of look over, and it's actually a cliff into a deeper chamber. And there are 6 enormously fat rats, like overfed, overstuffed, tied together at the tail. It's a rat king. And they're all speaking in time. And there is a large shiny object being built in the room by a couple gnomes. And the gnomes are wearing, over their regular gnome clothes, lab coats and pointy lab hats and goggles.
Dr. No.
Dr. Gnome.
Yeah.
Yes,
God.
they have basically covered all of their gnome clothes with white lab coats and goggles, and they're building. Well, it's a something.
Yeah. This whole time I was thinking the rats were basically lab rats.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to do tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's it. That's the thing.
Oh man. Okay, so
Oh no,
So
there's
the
some
rat-
cats outside.
the
Quickly!
Rat King is literally
Move the Rat King deeper into the tunnels. Defend the ratification ray.
the Rat King in this context is literally 6 fat rats with their tails tied together, speaking in unison.
It's a Rat King. Yes.
That's what a Rat King is.
It's actually a thing in urban myth dating back centuries.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Of rat catchers finding rats with their tails grown together, which they call a rat king. Mostly it's thought of as just sort of like a sideshow creation that people make after the rats are dead and claim to have found, but
Wow. Okay.
they get used to really spooky effect by Terry Pratchett in The Amazing Maurice and His Talented Rodents. Was it The Talented Maurice and His Amazing Rodents? Something like that.
Yeah.
I am honestly really impressed with this whole situation.
I did my research on things. And by research, I mean I just happen to know random bits of information and trivia. And so the rats all go about kind of picking up the Rat King en masse and moving it deeper into the tunnel.
Derek, I am convinced that you could legitimately write the 4th journal.
And once they're gone, the gnomes look at each other like, oh my gnome, I'm just glad the rats are gone. Huh, yeah, they idiots, they think we're building a ratification ray. Huh, they don't understand it's actually a gnomification ray.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
With this gnomification ray, we'll be able to gnomify, I think the word is gnomificate. We'll be able to gnomificate everyone in Gravity Falls, and everything shall be gnomes. And that'll be a gnome, and that'll be a gnome, and everything will be gnomes. And then we might finally find a gnome to marry. And then we'll have our gnome queen. Yes, our gnome queen, finally.
And this is how we define intrigue. Two evil factions working against each other. They just happen to be rats and gnomes.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, if I was running the adventure out of the book,
I've gone from imagining the Gravity Falls theme with the whistling replaced by meows to the trailer song for Hearthstone's Goblins and Gnomes, replacing goblins with lab rats. So it literally goes lab rats and gnomes, lab rats and gnomes. I've told Derek for years that he would be perfect singing that, but he has no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't. If I was
He's
going,
one of like 9 people left in North America who hasn't played Hearthstone.
I just don't care. It involves cards. The moment you said it involves cards, I just don't care.
Fair enough.
I don't do CCGs. I don't even do digital CCGs.
No, fair enough.
Yep. In the core book, the white rats are actually working for this a hanged spirit who lives in the old mine shaft and eats the souls of children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
real dark.
Yeah, no, this really cute book with all its cute illustrations of kitties. I mean, look at this. They're so cute.
Yeah, like that's like it's very adorable.
Yeah, no. Let me show you the actual bad guy in the book. Is that
Okay.
Okay.
he lives in a mine shaft and eats the souls of children? So
In other
yeah,
words, a perfect system to use with Gravity Falls. Oh my god. Okay, so now that I know what's going on...
and I'm going to cut across to Deadeye outside as you have learned the dark secret of the gnomes. So about 6 more gnomes come out.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, the pixies think they can float above our heads. Well, brothers. And the gnomes get on top of each other, just like we practiced. Gnome pyramid.
Oh, jeez.
They're like, what are we going to do about the cat? Oh, yeah, the cats. Wait a minute, cats. Oh, no. What if the cats know? Oh, if the cats know, then we're, oh, gnome.
Yes.
Schmep your lock.
Oh, yes.
Schmep your lock. We don't have time for the pixies. Get the cat. Don't let the cat know. Don't let the cat know.
Cool. I'm wondering if I can lose them somehow.
You could run away.
But I wanna get.
You are spoiling for a fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, they're still in a pyramid, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna topple that pyramid.
Okay. You're not even doing an attack, really. You are, as he looked at... Okay, the 4 actions of the game, you can overcome, get past an obstacle, create an advantage, invoke an aspect for free, attack, harm another character, defend, prevent attacks or advantages on you.
So, like, what I'm wondering is, like, what's around this this cave? Is there something that I can topple them into that will harm them and incapacitate them?
Not really, but if you could hit the bottom of their pyramid just right, you could probably knock them down.
Yeah.
So you could... You know what? We'll call it, once again, we'll go to creating an advantage and see if you can give them the aspect, like, all fall down or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll get a defensive roll, but... Okay, so you're fighting, so that's just a straight 4. Unless you want to spend an aspect to do a reroll.
I might do that.
Okay, you want to just spend, like, Scrappy Tomcat or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you roll the exact same thing.
Well.
Okay, and so that's a 4. Let's see how the gnomes do. Minus, okay. And then you get the +2 because you're scrappy. You're a scrapper.
Okay.
7 because they're taller than you in this context.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Because there are lots of them standing on top of each. They're forming one mega gnome.
Yep, yep.
It's a metric unit, by the way. It's mega gnome. Yeah, you bowl through into the cave, and you literally bowl the gnomes over. They go flying.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh no! We're not structurally stable! Shmebulok!
Nice.
Awesome.
And you are now into the cave.
Sweet.
And the pixies fall upon the gnomes.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Okay.
So you hear just a whole commotion coming from the front of the cave entrance. And then you, turning around, you see Deadeye barreling towards you, just like going like a cat out of hell. Or a cat into hell in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, so would I be safe to turn back into my regular cat form?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to turn back into my cat form.
The gnomes are still gloating over their gnomification ray.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I encounter some gnomes in there that are gloating.
Yep.
As I'm barreling in.
Okay, so I turn to Deadeye and I just get her to be quiet.
Is this...
Yeah.
Now this, our third gnomification ray. If we can add it to the other 3 that we have played... this is our 4th gnomification ray. If we can add it to the 3 that we've already placed around town.
No.
Yes!
Oh, no.
Then the empire of the gnomes will be complete. And then we'll find our gnome queen. Exactly. Shmebulok Senior. Yes, Shmebulok Senior. It is good advice. Your years of wisdom are surely aiding us.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Okay, so, yeah, it's not what we thought it was. It's actually kind of worse.
Oh, great. It's fantastic.
Both of you give me stealth checks.
Duh.
Oh, dear.
Oh, so you're looking at what, like a -2, Sarah? -1?
Let's
So
see,
that
yeah,
minus one.
Yeah.
Shane, what are you looking at for stealth?
I'm looking at a flat 0 because I didn't take stealth.
Okay. Well, let's give them a notice check. Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
They get a notice of +1. They get a notice of 1. So, wait, what's that? Cats up there! Quickly, use the gnomification ray. And they miss.
Okay.
Like they turn this thing towards you. They press buttons on it, and a stalagmite beside you becomes a gnome. It's about half the size of a regular gnome,
Okay.
and it literally just pops into existence. Gnome. 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 I am gnome.
Oh, no.
oh,
Oh, no.
And it looks at you. I am gnome. Gnome? Gnome. And it's still just standing in one place. Gnome? What are you guys doing? Like, oh no. It's a shame these machines take several moments to charge.
yeah. Let's take the honestly let's fight the gnomes, I guess. Like there's
Yeah.
only 2 of them, right?
There's like 2 or 3 of them, yeah.
Okay.
They're all dressed in their science gnome outfit.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I feel like we could either do that, or we could like try to turn them and the rats against each other. Like get them to take out the Rat King before we go on and take out all of the gnomification rays.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
So you're discussing strategy. The gnomes are beating on the gnomification ray. Charge faster, charge faster. Hey, I've got an idea. One of the gnomes holds his hands up to his mouth and very theatrically, "Oh no! The cats are trying to steal the ratification ray!
Oh,
If they do that,
you little
all
shit.
of our plans will be destroyed."
You feel like doing that thing with your paw again?
You hear a chittering sound from the internal cavern.
Oh, boy.
Oh man. Okay.
Do you want to stay and fight? Or are you going to book it?
I'm spoiling for a fight. It's not the smart thing to do, but like,
I'm not going to leave her on her own.
let's do this thing.
Okay, I'm gonna throw you a fate chip for that for voluntarily compelling yourself based on your aspect.
Yeah, it's time.
Okay, you're gonna go punch some gnomes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just realized something. If she used her, like, dream walking thing, she would have to say walk null.
You don't have to say the dream walking one backwards.
Okay.
It's just the shadow thing you have to say backwards.
Okay. Let's fight some gnomes. Let's do it.
Now, Shane, do you want to shape yourself at all beforehand?
I think I do.
Because you can take on 2 shaping aspects at a time.
Right. Okay, I want to be bigger, and I want to make my claws bigger.
Give me a roll. Okay, so that's +1 to your shaping, so 5.
Yeah, so that's a 5.
Okay, so you get 1 aspect going in. So you just become bigger. You're going to get +1 to your fighting. As the
Okay.
main coon becomes like the size of a lynx, basically.
Sweet.
And then I'll give you 1 more roll for your claws, just to make sure nothing goes horribly awry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'll do. So you're going to take the extra aspects that you can invoke. Very sharp claws. And big kitty. Just write them in pencil there. Make sure if you are getting shaping.
Okay.
Okay, and then you will get a free invoke on both of those. So basically your first attack you can invoke for free, and then after that you'll have to spend fate points to invoke, just
Awesome.
like any of your regular aspects.
Okay.
Sweet.
I really love this aspect thing, though. This is
Yeah,
really
it's very
cool.
cool.
This is really cool.
Alrighty.
Okay, so both of you roll your fighting then.
So 4.
Okay, do you want to get a reroll, or do you want to...
Yeah, I'm good with I would, or...
Okay, you want to go, what, Scrappy Tomcat, or just spoiling for a fight since you're going in for it anyway?
Yep.
Okay, give me a reroll. Reroll that die.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Well, you take the better results, so...
Yeah.
So
Cool.
4. Okay, Shane,
Yeah.
what did you get?
Uh,
And are you taking your free invokes from your very short claws and your big kitty?
I think I will, yeah.
Okay, from both of them at the same time?
Uh,
I'm not doubting or questioning. I'm just making sure I know what you're doing.
okay. Yeah, I'll take it both.
Okay, so that's 4. That's you're on 5. Sera, you're on 4. The gnomes will try and evade. We'll see how successful they are there. Okay. Steve, Norm, and for Schmebulok Sr. Schmebulok Sr.
Ooh!
Oh!
No.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of typical for Schmebulok. He Schmebulocked it. Okay, so Shane, you're gonna land on Schmebulok Senior.
Yay.
And your swipe takes off his gnome hat, which seems to distress him greatly.
Oh, of course.
And Sera, you land on Norm the gnome.
Yeah.
And you give him a good smack across the face.
Yeah.
He's not down, but he's not happy.
Okay.
And then Steve the gnome's gonna try and fire the gnomification ray at you, and it's probably not gonna go well for him. Well, do you want the bad news or the good news?
Oh, boy.
The good news is it goes off. The bad news is he spun it the wrong way. Norm the gnome is now more of a gnome.
I'd say the whole good news. Bad
He
news
has
is a matter
created
of
he has created for himself the aspect more of a gnome. He grows by about 8 inches. He expands, and he just sort of radiates a greater aura of gnomeliness. And that's when the rats are about to come out of the tunnel.
Gnome to gnome incarnate.
Yes. The holy gnome. That's where we're going to leave off for this, the 3rd episode of The Secrets of Cats of Gravity Falls. I'm Derek the Bard from Chase the Muse, and I'm joined with...
Shane Fitzgerald.
Sera Prokopiw.
I don't even know anymore. Okay. You know, my notes actually say, at this point, expect the game to go off the rails. We are going into hour 4, where my notes include, in all caps, what the hell does anyone do? What are things? How are actions? Where are my pants? Be seeing you.
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes every Tuesday and every Thursday, and The Secret of Cats is out every Thursday this month. And on Tuesdays, we return to our campaign we're calling Mutants in Orbit. It's our 3rd story arc set in the After the Bomb world. There was After the Bomb, B is for Bomb. There was Roadhogs, the Furry Road, and then there's just Mutants in Orbit. And if you're a little confused about the backstory of all these characters, well, at terriblewarriors.com, click on the Adventures page, scroll down, you can find all of our previous campaigns. They're all organized by playlist on SoundCloud for your listening pleasure. They're all set for download, so you can just download them all and put them in whatever order you like. They're always going to be available forever, for free. And if you're a Patreon supporter, we make it even easier for you because at the end of each campaign, I package all 4 or plus episodes into a single file. It's a big one, but it's a single file that you can just listen to, and these intros and extras are edited out so that you can just get to the good stuff, because it's just not me. I'm not the good stuff. Nope. The other campaign we're running on Tuesdays, it's going back and forth, is Masks. It was chosen by you in a Patreon poll. We're partway through it at the time you're listening to this, but when I record these extras, we haven't recorded the game yet, so I have no idea what's going on. I probably don't have any idea what's going on while it was being recorded either, so if you want to hear me have no idea what's going on, come back to us, not the coming Tuesday, but on the 28th, as Masks continues. We've only got one more episode of The Secret of Cats, which means if you're a Patreon supporter, you've only got one more episode until we release the debrief episode, a special secret episode that is released as a gift to our Patreon supporters. It's a breakdown of how the game went. It's what we used to do years ago, but now it's on Patreon. But don't worry, people who are supporting Patreon are not getting a lot of exclusive content, because the whole point, if you're a supporter on Patreon, is that you are supporting a show that is available for free to everybody, and that you're getting on board with that mission, which is anyone can play and anyone can listen. Oh, I just got sappy. Today's Terrible Warriors were Derek Burrow, Shane Fitzgerald, and Sera Prokopiw, and until we meet again at The Secret of Cats of Gravity Falls, thank you for listening, sharing, liking, reviewing, all that stuff. Thank you for being a terrible warrior.